Good evening, guys. It is 11:30 p.m. right now. I am back. I have sort of fixed my schedule after it being extremely bad yesterday. I slept at 7 a.m. tomorrow, 7 fucking a.m. and woke up at 1 o'clock. Although today was a Sunday, but still I slept at 7 a.m. Woke up at 1. Partly because I was watching the match, and partly because I don't know. I just found an old friend of mine that I wanted to talk to, and yeah, so just I was horrible, but in one day apparently I managed to fix it. Now I'm done with today's work and I will be going to sleep very soon. I also am reducing on my screen time, which is very nice. So at about 1 hour today. I can't see it. I don't know if you can see it, but it's about 1 to 2 hours, which is very low for me. I usually have my screen time to 4, 5, 6, 7 hours on my phone, but 1 hour is insanely good. And that was just YouTube, a little bit of Brave, and what else? Let's see what I used today. WhatsApp. So yeah, work shit. So WhatsApp, YouTube, and a call. The phone is my third most used app, and that's very nice for me. So my progress is progressing. Progress is really progressing. I'm very happy about that. And today I wanted to talk about humility. I feel like humility is one of the most important things in life. I don't remember if I read this in a book or where, but I think Marcus Aurelius, the father of Stoicism, I don't know if he's the father of Stoicism, but yeah, he was one of the greatest rulers of his time and of all time, and he's a very famous person, obviously. He had a lot of achievements. He lost everything in a crash or something, in a ship crash or whatever, and he apparently became the king again, started over. But he had a slave telling him something in his ear all the time. And anytime he achieved something and he was feeling good, the slave used to come in his ear and say just that, "You are just a man. You are just a man. You are just a man." That's literally what the slave told him, whispered into his ear, even when he was in the court. And that is to keep him from being on cloud nine all the time from his achievements or whatever. That is to keep him humble. That is to drive away the complacency and the convenience that comes with the power that he has accumulated. You must have heard the feeling with power: great power comes great responsibility. Well, that responsibility lies inwards also, not just outwards. Sure, you get a lot of responsibility outwards, but inwards also there's a lot of responsibility. And if you fail to be responsible to your own self, that can be your downfall. Because even when I was getting disciplined about making these videos, and I was a bit happy that no matter what I do these every day, I was getting on my high horses a little. And yesterday I couldn't upload. I could have if I really, really wanted to, but there was an emergency, and then there was something else, and then I was awake till 7 a.m. But until 7 a.m., I could have easily taken out 10 minutes at some point and would have made this video, but I did not, and I failed, which now makes me more humble and takes me away from the high horses where I was at, because I had been disciplined for what, 37, 40 days or whatever. I don't know how many days I've been, how many videos I've uploaded. I'm not even going to check. But whenever you're attempting something great or doing something great or something that no one has ever achieved or something that very less number of people have gone for, that gives a very good reward at the end. Once you achieve it, you cannot think of yourself as a high and mighty person, because once you do that, you will get complacent. When you start looking down at people, it typically doesn't work out. And I don't know, man. I feel like being humble has really helped in my life, and there, at times I do become somewhat of a narcissist, and somewhat I do get into my horses. But I'm self-aware enough to realize it's happening, and I cannot even stop it from happening. I have to just do something to make it come down, and I have my jugaad ways of doing it. But every time it happens, it makes me realize the importance of being humble, the importance of knowing that you don't know anything, the importance of knowing that you don't know as much as you think you know, the importance of knowing that if someone is opposing what you are saying, they might actually be true. What they're saying, it has a chance of being right no matter what, no matter where they come from, no matter what they have experienced. If they have a sound argument, maybe what they're saying makes sense. And all this doesn't really come to you if you're on your high horses all the time, right? You have to have a certain degree of humility towards everyone. Even your sweeper, even the person who collects garbage or whatever, any conventional job that is considered low by society, or any blue collar job, I have massive respect for those people, because I know how much, however great I do become at the end of the day, the people working their asses off for very little pay will eventually be the reason why I am at where I am. And to then be humble enough and respectful to them, it's a big deal to me. Having enough humility to then be grateful for them and not just discount them for what they have done, or what they do, or what they work as. And even simple jobs, well, not simple, but jobs that seem simple from the outside, have very, very, very interesting details about them. For example, I was watching an anime about bartending. There is an anime about bartending, and it shows bartending as such a meticulous and delicate art. It makes you think. I have never drunk any alcohol in my life, so I wouldn't know. But I didn't think of bartending as a very big career until I watched that. When I watched it, it was like, oh my god, my respect for bartenders has gone so high. Even mechanics. Usually, where I live, in India, mechanics aren't considered as a very good job or whatever. But the amount of knowledge they have, the amount of information they process, the amount of experience they have, it's insane how much they know about cars, how much they can tell by just looking at a car, or just looking, or just driving it around for a while. It's insane the compounding effect of experience. You cannot even challenge it, no matter how great you've become. That's why being humble is very important. Because, for example, you have achieved a lot of success and you get into an argument. You think you know a lot about cars, but you get into an argument with a person who says a mechanic, and he has tons and tons of more experience. But because you think you have achieved these things and you're this smart person and all that, you will discount him for what he's saying in his own field. That is pure and utter stupidity. And you have to you have to have enough humility to understand that maybe what he's saying is might be true. And honestly, there's a lot more to humility. I feel like humility just drives away complacency from coming. It keeps you working, it keeps you low, it keeps your ego in check. I think ego is very important, but so is a good balance with humility. And yeah, basically that. I think being humble is very important, and everyone here should practice humility no matter what. Yeah, that was it for today, and guys, remember, it's not over until you win.